Greetings, wonderful people. Thank you for being with us again today. Yes, we celebrate and we appreciate your presence today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless you. And yes, we come to talk about another issue that's really being bothered, plaguing, that really into our society, our relationships, and our marriages and all that good stuff. And speaking of relationship, let's talk about relationship. And we want to know, especially about this abortion things and relationship, and why so many abortions. Yes, why so many abortions? Because back in those days, I think it was back in 1973, they passed a law and the Supreme Court said that, well, it's legal to have an abortion. Well, people have been doing abortion and practicing abortion for a minute, but under certain covers or certain situations, privacy, doctors, in other words, things happen. Whereas you didn't want to carry the baby. Most of the time, it was like a family thing, society. It was not that you would abort a child, abort a baby, all right? So you would go have the baby adopted, or go to another place, have a child, and come back. Oh yeah, you look all right. Oh, well, you still feeling too good, so you had to go away for a couple of months on a trip, visit a friend, family member, something like that, and everything was cool. Nobody talked about, oh, she went and had an abortion. That was like a no, don't talk about it. What stays here, what happened here stays here, and all that good stuff. Anyway, so when that abortion thing passed, the law passed in 1973 to now, there has been over 50 million abortions. 50 million abortions. And you want to know why and what happened. In not even quite 50 years, almost 50 years, 50,000, 50 million abortions. That's a lot of abortions, right? And you want to know why it was illegal. And then you hear this saying about, well, a woman's right to her body to choose this, that, and other. And then you put down a notation, right? You say that, well, because of the situation of a medical issue, that's understandable. Because maybe a rape and incest, that's understandable. But the majority, I say out of 100, maybe 75 or 70 are just plain old having sex and unprotected, and they thought having an abortion. Well, you look back and you would say, well, why so many people are having sex, unprotected sex? Why are they having sex at all like that? And you would say, like, well, that's society for you. And society is saying that, well, it should be more control, and we're going to change the laws, we're going to change this and change that. But do you think it's too late now? After all these years since this country has been formed, all these years since people have been having sex, mostly we have sex when you're married, and if you were single in the old days, it would be a sneaky thing. And if you got pregnant, no, you didn't even get pregnant because you didn't have too much sex. So in that case, having sex was like about 1 in 100. Yes, I'm dead. It was like, what? You are not a virgin getting married? No. You was almost like tarred and feathered, or ran out of town or something. You were the biggest whore prostitute and everything else. You know what I mean? So girls just didn't have sex like they do today. Today, our system, our law has changed so much and so drastic. Everything is free, everything's good. They're having pleasure on top of pleasure, and let's do it. Let's do it. Who cares about what's going on? Who cares about the situation? Who cares about the what's going to happen if anything happens? Having a child or having a pregnancy. The consequences. People don't think about it today, but then sometime a woman do think about it. So we want to talk about a little bit about maybe most of these women or some of these women are not really into having an abortion because they know what you have to go through to have an abortion, their bodies. And then we look at the guy. The guy is like, okay, dude, you're not working. Sometimes you are working. But this is like the third girl or third woman that you're associated with. You have a couple of children in different places, different parts of town or out of town or wherever. And it's like you are baby daddy to about 4 other children, 3 other children, 2 other children, something like that. And what's going on here? You can't find one woman to settle down with. There's no love. You just want to have sex. And then when she tells you that she's not feeling good, it's the wrong time of the month, or the calendar's at, because see, the doctors tell the girl that she knows that she's getting ready to go into her cycle, and it's easier to have a pregnancy if it's unprotected. She knows it. She knows the days of her supposedly, even though it can happen other way, but she's trying to convince this guy that you got to hold up for a couple of days. Oh no, I love you so much. I want to be with you. This and that other. Or either he's like being mad and forceful, like, girl, I love you and I want to do this, and you can't deny me because we've been together for 2 years or something like that. We already have a child with a seed. The seed, he's so concerned about the seed now, right? So therefore, sometimes she consented because she knows that she's not going to have any peace. And lo and behold, a few days later, she runs to that bathroom. Oh no. Or either she takes the test, turns out the bad color, right? So she tells the guy, oh wow, well you should have protected yourself more better. Well, hey dude, you should have stopped in the action. You should have prepared yourself with protection. You should have the patience to wait a couple of days, a few days, however it would take, how long it would take, so that she would get through her situation. But no, he had to have something now. You don't love me no more. Either I'm mad, I'm upset, I'm jealous, you know what I mean? And I demand this and demand that. And the poor girl run into a situation. And this is, I do believe, is what's happening in most cases. Or either, then another flip of the situation is that because of the medication, because of the hormone imbalance, not the hormone, but the estrogen imbalance of a girl, her libido is like out of whack. And they call her hot nature. So therefore, her nature saying that she's ready. She's ready. Because, and then come to find out, an addiction plays a big part in a lot of these pregnancies all over the place. But a lot of people don't want to believe that they are addicted. They don't want to look at the addiction situation. Sexual addiction has caused so much damage and havoc in the lives of relationships and also marriages and friendship, even in life. Addiction is playing a big part. And then in a relationship, there's no communication, or either it's just a very little communication or not the right kind of communication. So we just want to ask you to think about these things. Look at the big picture in what's going on. Look at the how you call it? What's going the situation, whereas the consequences of wrongdoing or the wrong wrongness. It was, well, we're not here for morals, but you are here for morals. If it wasn't for morals, then people could steal, people could just kill each other, left, right, and in between it without having any penalties, going through any challenge of correction or remorse, anything. If it wasn't for morals, it wouldn't be emotional section, it wouldn't be fear, it wouldn't be shame, it wouldn't be guilt. Because that's what morality is all about, is the consciousness of what you're doing and consciousness of why and what. So think about these things. Think about it. Get back to the morals. Get back to abstinence. Get back to respect. Get back to consideration. Get back to what can happen if you're not in the right place or the right frame of mind. And that's what we want to do. Have you to think about these things. And we want you to contact us. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Because too many times we just go about ourselves, go about our business, come to find out that if you don't have love for one another, it is self-gratification when you having sex. Self-gratification. And most of the time, it's mostly the guy just don't want to yield because of the ego or machoism or whatever, or either sometimes it's the girl or lady that says that, hey, I want it. So lately in the last maybe 10, 15 years, toys become a staple in the household. Yeah, if the guy's not functioning right, she can reach over and grab her toy. Wow. This wasn't happening years and years and years ago. That was self-gratification, even with girls, women then too, but not like it is today. So let's think about these things before we really get upset about it. So when they change the law about, oh well, you can't do this and can't do this, maybe abortions are illegal nowadays, and you think about, okay, so abortion is illegal. So let's cut back on our personal intimacy activities. Cut back. Or either use protection. And all of this medication and stuff is really hurting our women also. So the best thing is abstinence or either use protection. So therefore, we just want to bring this to you, not to stop you from doing anything, because we cannot criticize, complain, or either judge anyone. But the idea of it is, let's have the safety measure, safety, health-wise, then get into that place where too many people are dying because of complications and different things that's going on. Cervical cancers and all these things that be going on with women, men, before they get 50 years old, they having ED and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, a prostate cancer, all these things are going about. Heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, coming all from tension, depression, stress, and then go down to road, and then the culprit, most of the culprit is because of lust or sexual activity out of focus and out of control. Think about these things. Think about it. And then when we have a relationship, talk to each other, have a respect and the desire to fulfill each other's dreams, each other's desires, and then stop trying to wear each other out. When you are in a position where you want to go there more and more and more and more and more, like the Energizing Bunny, you're doing nothing but wearing yourself out, wearing yourself into an early grave. So think about these things, and then we can have the answer, not there's an answer, but it would help in alleviating some of the pain, some of the heartaches, some of the brokenness, and then some of the graves and prison cells wouldn't be so full. So think about these things. Think about it. With that in mind, this is Michael Jones, People in Love, MD, on YouTube. Like, hit me up, then subscribe, then send feedback. Let me know what you think. Okay? So think about this, wonderful people. Yes, think about it. So it's not that, okay, we're trying to do this and try to do that, stop you from having porn, stop you from doing, but we just want to help you in controlling these things so that the consequences won't be so severe and so drastic. Alright? So take care. Bless you, and we'll see you soon. Let somebody know. Like, check us out, okay? Appreciate it. Bye now.